Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if this is your first time here. I'm going to be doing a review and a try on and first impressions of the e.l.f. JKISSA collaboration. I am so excited for this. I love JKISSA. JKISSA is a huge inspiration for me and kind of the reason why I've been into makeup. She is one of the first makeup artists that I've followed here on YouTube, I think around 3 or 4 years, I don't know, a while ago, a really long time ago. And she piqued my interest in makeup, and honestly, and with this whole collection coming out, has really kicked my ass into gear as to following your dreams, because the harder you work at it, the more work you put into it, your dreams will come true. If you keep working at it, you will see your dreams come true. And I really like that, and I'm just so happy for her, because out of everyone that I watch, honestly, she is one of the most like sweetest. I don't know her personally, but I am just so proud of her to get a collaboration to work with another company. Whenever I see any of my favorite people here on YouTube get this opportunity, I'm just so happy for them. Very excited, very happy to support her. So yeah, today we are going to talk about all the products in this collection. It's a small collection. There's only 3 things. There's an eyeshadow palette, there is a what is this? An eyeliner pencil, and there is a mascara. So we're gonna talk a little bit about it. We're gonna do some swatches. We're gonna do a whole bunch of things, and then I'm gonna do 2 looks with it. So if this is something that interests you guys, stay tuned. I'm sorry if I am not like in the most excitable, chipper mood. In the last couple days, I've been really struggling with a migraine. It went away yesterday and I thought it was gone, but it is coming back, and it's coming back swinging, so I'm dealing with that right now. But I did not want to not talk about this because it just got here and I'm very excited. So it came with a handwritten thank you note, and it says, "Hi, this collab means so much to me. I'm beyond excited to share it with you. Thank you for your support. Without you, my wildest dreams would have never come true, and I can't thank you enough. All my love, JKISSA." And honestly, I mean it when I say it, that I think that's the biggest takeaway that I've like gotten from watching JKISSA on YouTube, is that like to really just follow your dreams, and if you keep working and keep working hard, eventually you will get there. You will get there. So this is the e.l.f. JKISSA collab palette, and this is what it looks like on the inside. There we go. I just took out the brush so it wouldn't fall, and it does come with a mirror, and I really like how it stays like this. So I could really get use out of this mirror. Actually, this is like a perfect size mirror, and the fact that it stays like that, I have yet to find a palette that has like this sturdy of a mirror with it. Like, this is what you need in a palette. And it's a lot smaller than I expected. For some reason it looked bigger, like when she was like holding it by her face, and it looks bigger online. It is much smaller once you get it. The pans are pretty small, but it is, I will say, the perfect palette to travel with. It is a perfect travel size. So so the shade names are, and I will put them on the screen. There is Danger, Alien, My Moon, Sway, Mac and Cheese, BFF, and the number 23. And it says on the back, each shade stems from a different aspect of my life, and I hope that you can feel the love that went into this. And the cover has like this super awesome graphic design detail. I'm pretty sure she wanted it to be flash sheet based, so like very tattoo shop, tattoo oriented, which is pretty cool. So this is the brush that came with the palette. It's also very tiny, but it looks like it's got like a pencil-y shaped end and a fluffy blending type end. And I think she said that she wanted the brush that was in this palette to be basically all you kind of need to make looks out of, so that it really is the most perfect travel companion, that you don't need to bring all this extra stuff. So that is pretty cool. I already did swatch the palette. I did post those swatches on my Instagram, but I will put them in here as well. I will insert something here with the swatches. I'm not the biggest fan of e.l.f. shadows. I don't typically purchase a lot of their eyeshadows, but I knew that I wanted to support her. So I did purchase the palette. It is a very affordable palette, and the color scheme is very bright, and it is the collab, you know what I mean? It is, when I look at this palette, I see JKISSA. It's probably not going to be my everyday palette, but I definitely can see some looks that I can get out of it, and I definitely see some things that I can wear even to work, even like just stepping over the line of too much for work, but still safe for work. So that's why I really like this. I can get some very simplified, but still with like a pop of color type of looks for work. But I will say it is still kind of e.l.f. shadow consistency, so it will require more building on your part. I didn't put a primer down when I swatched the shadows, so I don't know if they will appear better on with a primer or a concealer. I can definitely test that out when I do some looks. But yeah, they were pretty sheer when I just swatched with just one finger stroke. And I didn't do a brush swatch, which I guess is my bad, but I will do that for you guys. So I've never been a huge fan of e.l.f. shadow quality. I'm also a teensy bit worried about putting the stuff on my face. I don't know if it will specifically work for me. I don't know what specifically is in certain makeup products, but I do have sensitive eyes, so sometimes if I put the wrong eyeliner in my waterline, my eyes will burn and water, and it's not a fun day. So I am a teensy bit worried about that. And usually I find I have to stick to more high-end brands, and it's probably a specific ingredient that my eyes are sensitive to. And I probably could have done my due diligence and looked that up, but I really don't know what I'm allergic to or what is bothering my eyes. So I do just want to mention this is a limited edition collection. So JKISSA did say that once the stuff sells out, it is gone. I'm not 100% sure if that's true. When you go to e.l.f.'s website and you look at the stuff, the collection, the PR box is officially sold out. Like if you go to purchase it, you go to add it to your cart, it says sold out. The palette is sold out. But if you go to add it to your cart, it has a notify me button. So since they have a sold out button, they have something specifically that says sold out, and they have a notify me button, I'm a little, I don't know 100% if it will be coming back. She said it's not, but the fact that they have like a notify me button instead of a sold out thing makes me think that there may be a chance that it does, but I don't have that information, and that's just hearsay. But it is a little odd. Draw your own conclusions. Can't hurt to sign up to be notified if it restocks. I will link it down below if you want to do that, but as of right now, the palette is gone. All that is left on their website, the last time I checked this morning, is the mascara and the eyeliner. The pencil though is very nice. It is a retractable pencil with a very nice cap. It like clicks into place. I don't know if you're able to hear it click. So it's very sturdy. It's not going to come off in your bag or anything, which is very, very nice. It is retractable, so you can pull it back in or push it out more if you need it. And then on the bottom, which is so stinking cool, the bottom actually pulls out, and it is a tiny, tiny sharpener for just like the tip. So if you need to get a sharper tip, that is so super handy. That is really cool. And then I opened the mascara earlier and pulled it out. So I'm gonna pull it out again. I will say one thing though, I don't like how any of the products smell. I haven't touched the bristles yet or done anything with the bristles yet, so I'm not 100% sure how painful or how nice and easy of an application that's gonna be, but I do know when I put it back in here, I can feel how much product is in this tube, and it makes me very happy. I will say I don't like how any of the products smell. They smell like crayons a little bit. I guess this is like a generic just makeup scent, but they smell like children's art stuff, and I don't like the smell. I'm sure it's not going to stick when I put it on my face, but it does make me a little nervous to put it on my face. During my purchase, they did like throw a whole bunch of stuff at me for free. So I'm going to just also use those things today. So I think on my right, I'm going to be putting this ColourPop No Filter Concealer, and on my left I'm going to be using Urban Decay's Primer Potion in Original. Ooh. I don't know what I'm doing with this one. I don't have any brushes over here either. So, I've never put concealer on my eye like this before to use as a base, so forgive me for my poor application. So I think I'm gonna actually do BFF all over the lid and then take mac and cheese to diffuse it out of like my crease a little bit, and then put a bright pop of color in the inner corner because that sounds so lovely. And I'm actually going to use this brush to complete this process, I think. And I'm going to start on the ColourPop eye first, see how that goes. I'm just really going to start just windshield wiper movements and small circles onto my eye, and actually like all over my eye, to be quite honest with you, just all over. I really like, I'm not looking for too much color here. I'm not looking for much. And then I'm going to take probably mac and cheese along the lower lash line with the pointed side of the brush, and I'm going to connect those two just because like BFF is a little lighter than I expected or kind of wanted. So I am seeing I should have done kind of the opposite here. Okay. Then I'm going to do the same on the other eye. And this is the side with the Primer Potion, Urban Decay's Primer Potion. Honestly, I think the side with the Primer Potion went on a lot quicker, a lot smoother. I'm going to take this crease brush now that I got from e.l.f. and I'm going to see what that does. I'm just going to deepen up the crease, and then I also want to kind of chuck that into the inner crease as well. Same with the other side. And then I did also pick up a fluffy blending brush, and I'm just gonna lightly dust it along the edge here. I may need to deepen it with the red. I kind of don't want to though. I will say that I'm noticing this side looks a little bit darker than the other side. Like the side with the concealer is definitely more vibrant, but this side had a smoother application process and it went on like a lot quicker, easier. It's just because I guess it doesn't have a base color underneath of it. It is not as, I would say, vibrant as the right side. BFF is just a little bit tad like skin tony, I guess, for me. So it doesn't super stand out, I think, on my eyes. If I slip these on real quick, I think it is like a cool color. So I'm going to lay down Sway on my inner corner, which is a lilac kind of, it's not a matte color. It definitely has like pearls in there, I would say. Does not tell me like what the formulas are like on the packaging. It might on the website though. Over top of that, I'm going to put Danger. Mix Danger in there to deepen it just a teensy bit, I guess. Something JKISSA was doing in her most recent video of this, where she is creating looks for the palette. She mixes the colors a lot, which I thought was very, very interesting, to make different kinds of shades. Like for instance, the liner can be mixed with, what is it? I keep wanting to say like swack, like Sealed with a Kiss. Sway can be mixed with sway to like make a really bright, vibrant, kind of tealy blue. I don't know how I feel about that. Actually, I don't. This would do better with like a nude liner, but what I am gonna do is put on this mascara. So this is the first time that I'm using the mascara, and this is a brown mascara, which I'm not used to. And I'm not used to any kind of e.l.f. formula for mascara. But let's go ahead and start applying it. I think this would do super well if I did have like a nude liner, but I do not. I really like this. I am a huge, huge, huge fan of the Kush mascara. And I gotta say, I really love this formula. It like curled my lashes. It got every, like I have one like chunk of lash that like when I hit it with mascara, it just kind of sticks straight. It doesn't like curl. And I am not having that issue with this mascara. I really, really, really like this formula. It like clumped them together in the most beautiful way. And it's like, I don't know, it looks really nice. Like you can't tell it's like a brown red really, but you can tell it's not a black. So this is the final look of the first look. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, I am going to deepen up the inner corner of the current look with the My Moon shade, and that would be a secondary look. So I'm actually gonna mix My Moon and BFF together, because what I really want is just like a deep brown, not a red. Just looking to deepen it a little bit, not... Ooh. Throw a little bit of mac and cheese on top too, because I'm just like, I'm looking just to make it deeper. I don't want a red hue. And then I'm going to take the crease, or the, excuse me, smudge brush with a little bit of that red on the tip and run it along. I think I'm going to pop, I may just ruin this look, and if I do, oh well. I'm gonna pop a little bit of My Moon in the inner corner. Use a fluffy brush to kind of like diffuse them together. And I think with this look, because I'm going to use the purples and the blues and the more cool tone colors for this look, I think it's going to really put the sides to the test as to which one applies better. and is brighter and more vibrant because I'm going to be using that sheer Sway color, which is not a matte opaque color. It's very sheer. So let's build up the crease with Danger. I switch to the crease brush. I may deepen this with a red shade at the end, kind of like how I did with the mac and cheese. But really, I just want to get it as deep in my crease as possible right now. Like, I'm trying to pack on more, but it's not giving me the best of times right now. Like, do you kind of see what I mean? Like, it's deep on the outside, like the corners of my crease, but I am actively adding more product to the center here, but it's a different shade. It feels like it's not gonna get deeper like it is on the outside. It's gonna stay like a sheer kind of pinky maroon, and I don't know why it's doing that. Switch back to that crease brush. This side didn't really have that problem, it looks like. I do like the way it looks over here though. It looks like it has a dimension thing going on. I did not do that on purpose. And then I'm gonna take the blending brush and I'm just gonna diffuse edges here. And kind of blow it out a little bit, smoke it out. Something I do want to mention is I don't see any fallout. Like, there's fallout in the pan when there's like kickback when I'm working the brush into the shade, but there is no fallout on my eyes whatsoever, and not bad. That's actually pretty impressive. Fallout doesn't really bother me too much, but I do find it impressive when there is none. It won't bother me if there is, but it's definitely impressive if there is none. So I'm gonna take the pointed end of this brush into Sway, and I'm going to try to put that down on my lid on both sides first, because I want to see what that does. Wow. that is pretty different. So I don't know why, but the side with the concealer, which I thought would be more vibrant, did not take the product at like all. And now I want to try to just like kind of use my finger to lay down some of that shine, because it's a shiny shade and that's kind of what I want, is for some of that to show through. And then I'm gonna blend it together with Danger a little bit, because it did get in the crease a little bit. I'm gonna take my smudge brush with Sway. I do not know why my brain cannot comprehend this product's name. And I'm gonna start laying that down on my lower lash line. But I don't know if I should be doing this first or not. What I'm gonna eventually do, because as soon as I'm done this, I'm gonna put the liner on, and I'm actually gonna take the liner a little bit lower. I probably should have done this backwards, but whatever. So I'm gonna take the liner now, and this is like kind of end all be all. So far the shadows aren't bothering me, but this may, and we're gonna be able to tell. She said she likes to work it on the back of her hand a little bit, so do that. there. It is a little rough. I'm trying to get it in my waterline, but I'm having a really hard time with that. Then I'm gonna take the smudge brush again, and I'm just gonna start smoking that out. I'm gonna take 23 on my inner corner, and actually a little bit on my lower lash line. Oh shoot. I am gonna mix this with the green, which may ruin the look, but I think I'm also gonna take that a little above where my eyebrow arches, even though like I don't want to highlight that because I don't pluck my eyebrows. And then I am gonna pop on Alien in the inner corner. I'm gonna take it, I think, on this smudge brush a little bit to kind of put it on the inner corner portion of my lower lash line. And I'm gonna do the same on like the upper, because I really like when like the inner corner color connects and kind of blends with the color that's on your lash line. I personally really like that. I will say Alien is a little bit too sheer for me. This color may need like a setting spray on a brush. And this is good enough finished look, right? I think good enough. It's time for my final thoughts. All right, so I want to leave this stuff on my face, this specific look on my face last, because by the time I'm done with the outro of this video, I should know whether or not I'm able to wear like the eyeliner. The mascara was perfect. It did not affect me in any kind of way, but I can tell you right now my eyes are already kind of starting to burn, which is a very similar feeling that I get when I wear colored eyeliners. So that is a little sad. I was hoping that I would get something that I would be able to like use. That is a little disappointing, but I mean, now I can have something I can compare to the NYX eyeliners and see exactly what is in these products that really irritates my eyes. The palette I've been good with. None of the shadows are really bugging my eyes that I can tell. It was only really when I started to mess around with the eyeliner that I noticed that my eyes are starting to like burn and water. So I don't think my eyes agree with the formula, unfortunately. Final thoughts, I definitely like the palette. It will definitely be the first palette I probably hit pan on due to how small it is and due to the fact that I'm probably gonna use Mac and Cheese and BFF every day. That I can see as being my go-to everyday shade, whether I'm wearing the mascara alone or I'm putting on an eyeliner like this. I can definitely see me using this every day. I think putting on the liner definitely ruined the look, I will not lie. The liner itself, man, I don't know why I struggled with the liner, but I really struggled with the liner today. I don't know why. And taking it off would have ruined the whole look, so I just said, I still want to see if this stuff irritates my eyes, so I'm not going to wipe it off and reapply it and then come back. So the purple in here ended up being a little bit, like, if you could see, it looks pinky, but it's very muted. It's very pastel. I will say that a lot of the shades are very pastel. Your most like impacting shades that you're going to use, the most opaque shades, are probably Mac and Cheese and My Moon. And then BFF, that could just be because of my skin tone. And then surprisingly, Sway is it's very vibrant, like especially with finger application, like it's showing up a lot clearer on my eyes than Danger is. So that was a little surprising. My Moon and Mac and Cheese are definitely the like most opaque shades in here. I really love the mascara. I think out of everything, the mascara is probably my favorite thing. I think I will have this with me always. I really like the formula, and I really like the way it makes my eyes look. It really looks good on me. Overall, you definitely can't lose from purchasing this. The entire collection only cost $23 altogether. That's the final total. So it really, if you're at a store and you see this stuff, pick it up. If you're shopping online at Ulta, or if you're on e.l.f.'s website, I definitely recommend picking it up if it's something that like you're interested in. If the colors speak to you, if the story speaks to you, definitely pick it up. The only thing right now, I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed in this. It's a little rough on the eyes to begin with, and then I think it's irritating my eyes. What I want to do, since I used it though, I'm just so into the sharpener. I want to try it because I want to see what happens. So let me bump it out a little bit and pop it in. Like, I'm so afraid I'm going to break it. I'm afraid to use it because I don't want it to just rip off the tip. It's not really doing much. It's making it, I don't know. All right, let me go a little bit forceful just for you guys. Yeah. Okay. So I don't, it did. If you're soft and gentle with it, it doesn't sharpen. There's no like blade on the sharpener. It's just like plastic. So it doesn't do what it's supposed to do. And then if you do get a little bit, you put too much pressure, just a little bit extra pressure on there to try to like get it to do something, it rips off the tip. So you're better off like sharpening it on like the back of your hand, or like molding it into the shape that you want on the back of your hand. But yeah, it did just take off a chunk, which kind of sucks. And now it's stuck in the sharpener and I can't get it out, which also kind of sucks. So yeah, I would say out of the whole collection, if I'm giving my opinion and if I'm suggesting products to you guys, I mean, I like the way this looks on the eyes, but for me personally, I just can't find a good eyeliner that my eyes agree with. If my eyes agreed with it, I would be okay with it. I definitely like the way it looks, especially mixed with different colors when you blow it out on the bottom lash line. But definitely, if I'm going to suggest anything that you pick up, it is definitely the mascara. That is my favorite thing. The palette is pretty awesome too. So yeah, I will link to it down below, but I cannot guarantee stuff is still in stock. So I'm sorry if stuff is out of stock and you do have interest in this. Please let me know down below if you like the products. Let me know if you like the color story here. How would you utilize the palette? Like, what kind of color combinations would you use? Let me know down below. I am very curious. If you have the palette, please let me know down below, especially if you're making videos or making tutorials. I would love to check out your content as well. Alright guys, so I will see you in my next video. I don't know when or what that will be, but I hope to see you all there. Bye guys!